these lights doing here? I didn't turn. Oh my heavens!
Oh gosh. Happy holidays!
Welcome to TC Muzique. It's our last show before the big one, Elizabeth. So this, boys and girls, is a TC Muzique holiday show.
That's right. Grab those blankets, cuddle up next to that loved one. Let's have some fun. We have a live audience here tonight. And remember that TC Muzique has been on since 1988.
21 years. Of course, we're too young to have been on way back then.
Say, speaking about home for the holidays, I just want to let everybody know there's a CD out there available at Target. And Tim Mahoney, G.B. Layton, Matt Griswold, there's just so many of the artists that we've had on TC Muzique that put together, I think it's 12 songs. Yes. I already bought one. It's it's so cheap. It's under $10. And any Target store is selling them. And all the proceeds actually go to 4 local charities.
I was going to say, if
The
Tim
first
Mahoney's
song-
in there, somebody's
it's so good.
getting a donation out of it.
It is. It's so wonderful because the first song he actually sings with his mother. His mom is on the piano, and it's beautiful. It's my favorite. And he's also, just so you know, I don't know what you're doing, but you got to find those swim trunks, the ones that are probably multicolored with I don't even know what on there. But
we don't talk about that.
G.V. Layton and Tim Mahoney are actually going to go on a cruise. So Puerto Vallarta. And it's a great deal. You just want to catch it, go on my Facebook, and you can find out all about it. It's reasonably priced. There are I think there's a couple hundred people already signed up for it. I mean, how much
It's
fun?
a
Go on
choice
a cruise.
between that and a Prairie Home Companion. Which boat do you want?
Which bikini to bring? All of them.
Oh, such decisions.
Well, Merry Christmas to everybody. And tonight we're going to have a great show. It is going to be Phil who will be taking over the stage.
Phil Berbig, ladies and gentlemen, who has brought his own very popular Christmas program right here to TC Muzique. You have had a chance to see it in past years. I believe you will have a chance to see it live later this year, but you're going to see it right here tonight in just a moment.
Now, when you think about 2009, what comes to mind, like your favorite memories?
Oh my. I don't know. I've just had a really good year all year. Spring came and it seems like I kind of woke up.
I can see with that red outfit. I think everybody's awake tonight. I had no idea. That is spectacular.
You've seen this before.
I
You
think
just
you
haven't
almost
seen
glow.
it in a long time.
Well, and all together at once. Amazing. Anyways, I think my favorite memory is probably when I got my puppy. I didn't realize absolutely how much fun it is to have such a playful little fur ball inside the house. And when you're super stressed out, to actually finally have that time that somebody's going to come over and bite at you and settle things down, that you don't sweat the small stuff.
Stop chasing that stuff around. Pay some attention to me. You'll feel a whole lot better. And it's true.
Yep. And then also, I'm just excited. I always think about Christmas as a time to go out and buy the perfect gift. And I truly do not care if I get one thing, but I can hardly wait. And I just can't tell anybody right now what the presents are that I bought. And it's killing me because I'm so excited to have like my nephew and my niece and my brother and just my whole family open up the gifts that I have.
I know people who promise to keep a secret, and they promise and they swear. This year, I'm not telling you. This year, you don't get to open it up early. Well, and then it all falls apart.
Yeah. They even have something out there that's called Elf on a Shelf for kids. And it's Santa's helper. The elf goes around and sits on shelves or on a couch, and the elf flies in and out of the house every single night. And the next day, the children have to go and find the elf, but the elf will just sit there. But then at night, when you fall asleep, well, it reports back to Santa to find out who's naughty or nice. And so that's a really hot item out there that I think that parents should go check out. It's at Barnes & Noble. But a gift that I want to say, too, is thank you to the whole camera crew and to our lighting crew and to our executive producer.
They work so hard.
And Charity Warriors and everybody else who's been a part of TC Muzique. But most of all, thank you for tuning in. We've been here for such a long time that it's a pleasure to be a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you as well. Real quick, I brought along a picture to prove.
Did you get married?
To get see. No, I'm afraid not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the inside of Central Lutheran Church last Monday when a group of us gathered to say goodbye to our pal, Bruce Allen. If you look real closely at this image, you will see 3 guitars lined up there. And as our pal Chris Osgood said, first comes the Les Paul, then comes the Stratocaster, then comes Hello Kitty, representing perhaps a movement from the divine to the ridiculous as our buddy Bruce played his way through life. Back to the divine again with him, so the angel on our Christmas tree tonight is our old pal. Tomorrow night at the Varsity Theater, Sus Tones Records is having a Lollapalooza gathering of a whole bunch of their acts, and that's where some of us are going to be. But you may also look at the Eagles Club in St. Paul, where Demo is having another one of their Friday nights. And boy, I don't know if I can make them both, but if I could, I would sure love to be there with Todd Newman and a whole bunch of other folks. Right now, boys and girls, we got to...
Let's pretend this is a mistletoe real quick. We got to end on a good note. Come here. Come here and smooch. Oh. You saw it here, live. Let's get Phil out here. Merry
Ladies
Christmas.
and gentlemen, Phil
Happy New Year.
Berbig.
That's a wet one.
Thank you. Please keep it going for Kelly and Swiz. I am so glad to be here tonight because I'm a huge fan of the holidays, and Christmas. This is about my favorite time of year because it's traditions and it's emotions and it's memories. And I think the earliest memory that I have probably goes back to I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and if you can think back that far. It really, I remember this one Christmas, because we had to go to bed because Santa Claus wouldn't come unless little kids are sleeping. For some reason, parents can be awake. My brother, he was 11 years older. He was allowed to be awake, but my sister and I, we had to go to bed on Christmas Eve. And you spend months before Christmas priming kids, telling them all about this guy. He lives at the North Pole. He wears this goofy suit. He's got reindeer and a sleigh that flies. He lands on your roof, comes down your chimney, brings you presents. Now go to bed. Kids can't do that. No kid can go to sleep knowing that. And we were no different. We would, we'd lay in bed, and you try to keep your eyes closed and try to pretend and think you could fool Santa Claus, and then all of a sudden you'd start laughing and you'd be overcome with the excitement. And I remember this one year, there I was laying there and I was just had my eyes closed like that, trying to pretend I was sleeping. And I opened my eyes for just a split second, and I saw my brother walking by my window outside. And I just thought, wow, what's going on with that? And what's he doing? It's cold outside, you know? And then I forgot all about him because I heard the reindeer on the roof. And then I heard jingle bells coming from the living room. And I realized years later that it was my dad with the jingle bells, and the reindeer was my brother being forced to walk around the house throwing rocks up there. But, but you know, I remember laying in bed there, and all of a sudden the door opened, and my mother said, "Kids, Santa's been here." And my sister and I ran out into that living room, and I stood in the doorway looking at it. We had this huge silver aluminum tree. It had a color wheel that slowly turned, and the tree would turn green and red and blue and yellow. And underneath the tree were what looked like hundreds of perfectly wrapped little presents just for us. For a 5-year-old, that's a very, very beautiful sight. And for an adult, that's a really wonderful memory. Silent night, holy night, icy snowflakes catch the morning light. And church bells ring, and choirs sing, and Santa Claus leaves toys while children dream. And I know just what it's all about. And I know I just can't live without my memories, Christmas memories in my life. Fourth grade play, and my mother came, and she watched proudly while her young son sang. Charlie Brown and Christmas towns with cotton snow mere lakes and skaters going around. And I know just what it's all about. And I know I just can't live without my memories, Christmas memories in my life. Silent night, holy night, I now have my own and I hold them tight. Someday their world may not have me, they'll always have their Christmas memories. And I know just what it's all about. And I know I just can't live without my memories, Christmas memories in my life. And I know just what it's all about. And I know I just can't live without my memories, Christmas memories in my life. As an adult, I think one of my favorite memories was when my kids were very, very little. My father, for a couple of years, he had the job. He was Santa Claus at Ridgedale, and so it was really fun to take them there. And they didn't know that it was him, and see sitting on Grandpa's lap. They didn't realize that it was Grandpa, and he loved it. I thought it was cool. I talked to him about it. It's a tough gig being Santa Claus. I mean, kids, cry and scream and kick and throw up on you, and they hold you and don't want to let go. And it's, and you always have to be in character when you're in that Santa suit. You just can't. It's a tough gig. This is for Santa Claus everywhere. Well, I get into my sleigh and it's 40 below. Moving at the speed of light through the sleet and the snow. Oh, in just one night, I gotta get around to every country, county, state, city, village, and town. And it's true. Yeah, baby, it's true. Don't let the red suit fool you, honey. Sometimes Santa gets blue. Well, my wife's on my back, 'cause whenever I'm at home, we got a house filled with elves and we're never alone. Oh, my whiskers scratch her face and I put on so much weight. This year I'll need another deer if I'm gonna pull that sleigh. And it's true. Yeah, baby, it's true. Don't let the red suit fool you, honey. Sometimes Santa gets blue. Well, I spend my whole year making billions of toys for all the good little girls and the good little boys. Oh, well, here's a little fact that you never knew. Well, there's a few naughty girls who get toys too. And it's true. Yeah, baby, it's true. Don't let the red suit fool you, honey. Sometimes Santa gets blue. Don't let the red suit fool you, baby. Sometimes Santa gets blue. Don't let the red suit fool you, honey. Sometimes Santa gets blue. And I wish all our memories of Christmas could always be perfect. While we have some great years, they aren't all. By the time you're an adult, you realize Christmas can be the happiest time of year, but it can also be one of the saddest times of year too. I think a good example for me was I was going through, a really bad divorce, and as if any of them are good, and it was a tough year. And that Christmas, my soon-to-be ex-wife and her soon-to-be new husband, took the kids and went down to visit her family in Ohio. And my family was all in California. So I was here, Minneapolis, all by myself that Christmas. And I think it was like the first time in my life that I'd ever been alone on Christmas. And going through a divorce and the kids weren't there, I didn't even want to get out of bed. I laid in bed as late as I could. I got up that morning when I finally did get out of bed, and I don't remember why, but I had a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I had one of those big jugs of that cheap Italian Paisano wine. I have no idea why. I didn't turn any lights on. I just sat there. I watched the Godfather movies. And I drank whiskey and wine all day. And in the middle of the day, I picked up my guitar, and I don't know how it happened. This song just kind of happened. It's not a happy song, but it's a very sad song because it was how I was feeling that day. So I'm going to play it for you, just how I played it that day. The summer is long gone, the snow is on the ground, the sun is in the sky, but it doesn't hang around. The people are all smiling while the ringers of the bell, they take their contributions and they wish their gifters well. It's Christmas time, so why am I alone? It's Christmas time, I don't wanna be alone. Rattles around my weary empty head. I wander through the streets to avoid my lonely bed. The presents that I bought you sit unopened by the tree, and they're the only ones there 'cause there's nothing there for me. It's Christmas time, so why am I alone? It's Christmas time, I don't wanna be alone. It's Christmas time, and I'm alone. The holiday is wasted doing lonely shots of Jack. If only I could ask Santa Claus to bring you back. There's nothing I can do but wait till Christmas leaves, then feel this lonely feeling in a week on New Year's Eve. It's Christmas time, so why am I alone? It's Christmas time, I don't wanna be alone. It's Christmas time, and I'm alone. It's Christmas time, I don't wanna be alone. It's Christmas time, I don't wanna be alone. It's Christmas time, and I'm alone. That's it. I know that's a song about somebody who's really just feeling sorry for themselves. And I was feeling sorry for myself that day. There are times during the holidays when somebody can feel sad and you can't blame them. One year, several years ago, just before Christmas, my mother passed away. And my father and mother were one of those couples that I've never been able to find. Well, hopefully now I have. But they'd been together for like 45 years, and they were still as in love after 45 years as they were the day they met. I mean, it was just amazing. They were just head over heels in love with each other. And that Christmas was a really tough one for him, especially because Christmas was a special time of year for them because they had actually met right around Christmas time, and so that always meant something a little extra to them. And I've always, of course, everybody tried to make the holiday a little nicer on Dad, but there really isn't much you can do. So this is a song for my father. Hours fade and the light shines bright. My eyes have to focus on the flashing sight, and through it all, I can see your face. We walk through the stores where the music plays, people buying presents for the holidays, and through it all, we make our way. I can't tell you how many times I've looked into your